The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go. Look the outlaw. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
All day, every day, any day. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. He's coming.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day. 8. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Joker. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. Step 180. Mike 58 right there. Gun. 20. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try the air now with Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 55 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check, check. Lucky. Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd and 15 now. Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is Johnson. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
1st down, Murray steps away to his left. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. K1 short. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some truth.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 43. 8. Shoot. Pick that. 8.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're not ready for this. They still playing. Gun. Y'all play. 58, boys. 58. It's Mike. Hey, watch the sled.
Now it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
What's that? 43. You got gun. You got nothing. Switch 20. Come on, switch it. Show it up. Watch 8. 25.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
I know you felt that one.
DJ Swearinger on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 14-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Under 10. 20. Jim. Check.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
That's it. Let's get it. So don't say nothing. Tighten up. Tighten up. Alert flag. 20.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ready? 380. 43 is the mic. We don't want this. Great. 43 is the mic. Oh, keep it up. Mike's 43.
Newton on third down. Flushed out right. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
First and goal up the 9-yard line.
Hey, 180. 43. Check. 48. 8. I'm coming after you. 8. Switch gears. Undercrunch. Check. 8. Fresno.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. Switch.
Again, McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
29-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make our score 9-0. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
No. Watch the safety creep.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray on the left side, a catch by White. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. Go! Patrick. Hey, watch it. Hey, watch 54. You can't block me.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
SOS. Shit. Off. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Not today, you are.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play call?
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Express! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Newton now to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Arizona.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Check right 54. Right 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check your hot read.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Murray now on first down, rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. You're not ready, you're not ready. Kill, kill, kill.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let him know, let him know.
Throwing again. Newton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Blue down. 8. 58, come on. Man.
A final shot before the break. Newton taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now this one complete on the slant route. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check three. Wall, get wall.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cornelder. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
Gun. Hey. You got 3.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Slam. Kill.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Crunch. Shoot. Heavy. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Murray. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Throwing again, Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
20.
Here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To throw is Newton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Murray now, perfect since the 2nd half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Big ass.
49, check 49, check 49.
Murray now on 1st down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 60 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
11 yards there, first down.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we could nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Tight dog. 20. Check nickel.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Come on, Shaq. Pittsburgh. 59. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. First down, Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot. Let's go.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Newton's going to throw it. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You go tight. You got 8. 20.
Newton to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Kirk now, the return man. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Throwing here, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Deuce. 8.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Explain. Cut. Express. Gun.
Throwing is Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's a party now. Joker. Whip 20. Watch the whip.
To throw again, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return is Kirk. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.